Hello, let's look at this inequality question together. It says solve for the real values of x raised to power 4 minus 8x squared minus 9 is greater than 0. Now, for us to solve this inequality, first of all, let's change this inequality sign to equality sign by writing this as x raised to power 4 minus 8x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Now with this, we can go ahead and solve this equation. But we are going to solve it in the form of a quadratic equation. Don't forget, this is of the fourth root. Now, normally a quadratic equation is of the form x squared, let's say minus 8x, for example, and then minus 9 is equal to 0. Now, when you want to factor this quadratic equation, you simply open up brackets and you can take x. Don't forget, this is power 2. So you divide the power by 2, it becomes 1. And then you open up another bracket, you also take x raised to power 1, and then you put in values to factor this completely. So you can see that what has been done here is that the highest power here is 2, and the next power we have is power 1. So that means you take this power 1 as what you put in this bracket, because we have 2 and then you have 1. That is 2 divided by 2 to give you 1. Similarly, in this equation now, we have 4 as the highest power, and then after that, the next power of x is 2. Just like dividing this 4 by 2 to give you 2. So in the same way, if you want to factor this, the simple trick is to open up bracket like this and put in this. Just like we said here, you put the power of x raised to power 1 here. So we're going to put the power of x raised to power 2, x raised to power 2, and then we open up bracket. We also take x raised to power 2, close up brackets, and we say is equal to 0. So now the next thing for us to do, just like in quadratic equation, we look for two numbers such that their product is negative 9 and their sum is negative 8. So you look for two factors of 9 such that when you multiply them together, you're going to get negative 9, and when you add them together, you're going to get negative 8. So you agree with me that the two factors of 9 are just simply either 3 and 3 or 1 and 9. But 3 and 3 cannot give us a sum of negative 8. But this 1 and 9 is possible that we use this. So we simply give the higher number this negative sign that is here. So we say negative 9 and then positive 1. That is 9 and 1. So if you look at it closely, you see that negative 9 multiplied by positive 1 will give us negative 9. And then negative 9 added to positive 1 will give us negative 8. So that means this, our factorization or the factoring is correct. Now the next thing to do is to equate each of the brackets to 0 in order to find the value of x. So I'm going to say x squared minus 9, we equate it to 0. That will give us one of the answer that we're looking for. And then we also say x squared plus 1 is equal to 0. We also equate it to get another answer. So now, if we simplify further, x squared is equal to, this negative 9 goes to this side, it becomes positive 9. The 0 means nothing, so we can ignore the 0. So for us to get x now, we're going to take the square root of both sides in order to remove this square. So the square root of x squared will give us x. Don't forget, the square root of a squared term will simply give you the term without the square. So the square root of x squared is x and is equal to the square root of 9. And what is the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is positive 3. That is positive or negative 3. Don't forget, the square root of 9 can be either positive 3 or negative 3. The square root of a number is positive value or the negative value. Now, if we look at this second root now, we have x squared is equal to this positive 1 goes to that side, becomes negative 1. And then when we say take the square root of both sides, we have x, and then we take the square root of negative 1. But the square root of a negative number cannot give us a real answer. It will give us an imaginary number or a complex number. So because of that, we are not going to take this route. Don't forget, from the beginning, the question says solve for the real values of this inequality. So we are looking for the real values, not for the imaginary value. So the imaginary value is not part of what we are looking for. So this will not give us a real value because it's a negative number in a square root sign. We cannot obtain that answer in the real sense. So now let's take our two values that we have obtained here. So we can finally say x is equal to the positive 3, which can be written as 3. That's positive 3. Or x is equal to the negative 3. So splitting this into the two answers that we have obtained. Now, finally, we are going to assign the inequality value. Don't forget, at the beginning, we took that inequality and replaced it with the equality sign. So this inequality was replaced with the equality sign at the beginning. So now we are going to put back the inequality sign in our answer. So what do you do in order to do that? You just look at the coefficients of x raised to the power 4. The coefficient here is a positive value. Don't forget, this is like positive 1x raised to the power 4. So since the coefficient is a positive value, what you need to do is that this inequality sign is greater than. So out of the two answers that we obtain, the higher value takes this inequality sign. So, and that is greater than. So what you're going to do here is that out of these two answers, 3 and negative 3, the higher value is positive 3. So positive 3 is greater than negative 3. So it means the original inequality in the question, which is greater than, takes this higher answer that we obtained. So x is greater than 3. Or x now, this lower answer that we obtained takes the reverse sign of the original inequality in the question. So this reversing this sign gives us less than and then negative 3. So that is a trick to apply in order to choose the signs for your final answer. So don't forget again, the higher number between the two takes the original inequality in the question, while the lower answer now takes the reverse sign of the inequality. So this gives us the two final answers to this question. Hope you enjoyed this question. This is a solution that has been explained. Please subscribe to this channel so that I can get more videos like this. Thank you for watching.